I'm sat on a giant box, Dav.
You are indeed, sir.
You want to see what it says between my legs?
Something Italian between your legs.
Yes. Let's get through the intro and we'll see where today's exploration takes us.
Let's do it. We're back.
We've had a delivery, so we shall open it up. I know what's in it, but you lot don't know what's in it.
I think we can hazard an educated guess.
It's
Don't think it's a Ford Duratec.
probably comes in a nicer box. I forget the days when these came in a good box. Like honestly, do you remember?
We had those really nice wooden boxes,
crates,
didn't we? Yeah, the crates.
I built a table out of one of them.
Did you?
Put an old block in it. Yeah.
Now we're resorting to this.
Scissors, mate, when I should have got a blade. I don't know where my knife is. There we go. Use it like a knife, Dad.
That's it.
Ow. I don't want to slip and accidentally touch my bike then.
Why is it that there?
What?
So you can talk about your bike again?
Yeah, so I can walk past it every day and realise how much I miss it.
Give it a little stroke.
You don't like my bike, do you, Kate? So, this is a new, hopefully, 5 litre block.
Ew.
Comes like sealed like a bag of nuts. There we go.
Sealed for extra freshness.
Yeah. Do you want some climber gel?
Yes. I hope that's what it is.
It is a 5 litre block. I don't know how much of that you can see, mate. But it's metal and it's got round holes in for putting pistons.
Pretty good to me.
Yep.
Seems expensive.
So a guy from America called Dan is sending me his crank, and then we're going to build a bottom end for him, and then ship the whole thing to America.
Wow.
But we've also, another delivery is, ta-da. So we get a couple of these a week. So this is what we use in R8 manuals and Artronic boxes. So this is, well, gear 300, and we use 2 different depending on how old they are. That's a 7590 and they're LS because they've got limited slip diffs in them, and this should be 75 140. So if you've got an R8 manual or an Artronic and you've got rattly gears in neutral, rattly gear clusters, so the factory stuff is 7590, and if you start getting rattly gears, we run 75 140.
Okay.
So
Very nice.
and I've got another one, so one of me, I may as well do it.
There's a lot of noise over there.
No. People don't realise it's a filming studio, not a workshop. So I think that's my delivery note. Yeah, that can go in the bin. Yeah, so obviously we go through quite a lot of MoTeC product. So we got a couple of cars in this week, so we'll go through probably 15. We put 4 litres in a car, so we'll easily go through 12 litres this week.
Yeah, yeah. And the guys from MoTeC came to the track day as well, didn't they?
They did, yeah. So the guys came, so that's quite cool. We're going to put together a little video with them, some not training, but like a technical video on what's the difference between like 8100, 300V.
Yeah.
What's the difference between like a 1040 and a 2060? Obviously numbers, but why?
Yeah.
What the difference is. So yeah, that should be all right.
Good stuff.
A good brew.
Yeah, a nice brew.
Yeah, mate.
You need a biscuit to go with your brew.
I know, I've got a lot of biscuits. So, I have no idea where we are. I tell you what, because it's noisy in here, should we go outside? So, before we come outside, because there's cars out here, but also, Juden has got an Emira? Lotus Emira in?
Yeah.
So it's the V6 one, it's a manual, so it looks quite good. We'll have a bit of a wander around it. I'm surrounded by arseholes.
I've got work to do.
Sorry mate, can't hear you. Can't hear you mate. I'll finish my tea.
We're back.
It's a day of noise. So, before we were rudely interrupted by a man working for a living, he's got it in for full PPF. So he's just decontaminating it now, cleaning it, decontaminating it, then it'll go in his booth down the bottom. So I think he's juggling back and forth between cleaning his booth, getting that ready, and getting this ready. I don't know much about these.
Oh, I don't know much about these either.
I would have, because you can have the V6 or the AMG 45 with DCT in it. I think I'd probably have the AMG motor in it.
Yep.
WikiLeaks, no, Wikipedia, that's what we needed. It's a bloody Toyota V6, isn't it? Supercharged.
There you go.
Of course it is. I knew that. So yeah, it's quite nice. The interior is quite tasty. Dav, how do I start it? My finger's too fat. It's like a hurricane thing, isn't it?
It is like a hurricane, actually. Yeah.
I'm not sure I understand.
No,
Nice-
neither am I, mate.
Nice knob as well. Old school.
Yeah.
Simple.
Drive select mode. Hazards.
Sorry, I didn't hear you clearly. Please check the help information.
Wow, it's a really helpful car. It's got ABC on the badge. I don't know why the badge is like that.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
Nice seats though.
Alcantara wheel. Wheel's nice. I like that.
One of them Alicante wheels.
Yeah. All I can do. Oh wow, you can see the linkage, Davla.
Ooh, yeah. Now that is. Hang on, that is cool. Let me just. Hang on, is that? Let me just see it move. Wait there. That is super cool. Right.
You see it?
Go on, go for it. Yeah.
Davla, how cool is that?
That is trick. Yes. We're getting way too excited about that.
Why did you crash? I was looking at my gear linkage. Yeah, mate. It's alright. It's supposed to be good handling as well.
It looks like
Like-
a baby Ferrari.
Yeah. So it's quite cool. Yeah, it's got four, like from the front, looks a bit 488-ish, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, Juden's got one of those. Not a 488,
No.
another Lotus. So, right, mate.
So,
Where to start? So, this one got dropped off for no gears. So we need to have a go through this. It's either a clutch or gear position sensors. So we just need to finish getting to the bottom of that. Alistair's is dropped off for big service and a carbon clean. He dropped it off this morning. Mike's is done. So that had hydraulic pump and we've serviced it. I've fixed lens, which is control unit for gearbox, so that's done. We've just got to do an oil change and then he can have that back this week. The RS6 is back from having his wheels done. There's two down there that I'm racking my brains about. One got dropped off for oil temp sensor and a coolant bottle leak. Car's pretty much got the engine back together for FBT. The fuel controllers here is for Russ's. RBR went on Saturday, so Ben's got his car back. He's over the moon. That's cool. MOT's done, service done, big list of problems. We've got to check the engine on this, but I think it's locked up the main bearings. Clutch on the one behind. Finished the Lamborghini for Simon, which is service MOT. And that out here, me old mate, is about it.
so let me just have a quick look around the ones that we mentioned. So we had this one here,
Yeah,
and we've got this one here.
that was hydraulic pump on a
Yeah.
gearbox. That one's gearbox control unit.
Yep.
Then we won't show you the wheels on the RS6, but we've done the wheels on the RS6 because I don't want Harry to see it until he sees the car.
Yep.
Just in case he watches. That's got power steering noise, so that's the guys dropped that up last week. So this couple are the ones who bought the Shocker.
Ah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. So and they got pulled over in Cardiff in it as well. And the funny thing is she's a copper. Couldn't make it up. Yeah, so that's all cool. So we'll just get to the bottom of that. It's lost power steering. I think it's done the pump. So we just need to get to the bottom of that. The rest, mate, we pretty much know about. Mitch is skiving. Can't take the shame of crashing on a track day. So he's off on holiday. It's just me and Carl. But the last 10 days really have been deadline cars. So Simon's twin turbo R8 V10, which was gearbox build, engine build, inlet manifold, fuel system. That's all done. He's had that back. He's gone away to run the engine in, put 1,000 miles on it, and then we'll put it on a dyno, turn it up. But that was a proper weight off my shoulders car. He messaged me Wednesday when he picked it up, and to say he got home safe, and my phone went bring, and I looked at it and I saw his name, and it was like, oh, just dread, because you always feel like that when a big car goes out. And he messaged me going, car run great all the way home, so that was a big relief. MSL's 675 LT engine left as well. That's done and gone, so we've sorted that. We've just got to get, we can show you it at the minute. I'm not going to show you any more because the livery I don't want the owner to know about, so we're putting a special livery on it.
Yeah.
Hi Julian. Hello. So we're putting a special livery on it. This is the red one. So I don't want to give away too much. We're literally going to roll it off a ramp now, let Jordan finish doing the roof and the doors. Turbo kits on, oil drains and oil feeds are fed. We've got to finish the breather, drop the electronics on it, and then I can put it on a dyno, but that is going to the TT. I think you're busy end of week, aren't you?
Friday?
So, no, it'll be Thursday, because I've got a meeting with it on Friday.
Let's see, shall we?
Okay, I can always whiz round it with the camera and we can put it in next week's update, but that thing's going to be, I don't want to get, we'll give you a glimpse, but I don't want to show too much because I don't want the owner seeing it, because he doesn't know what it's going to look like. So we've worked with a graphics company for the race team, so that should be quite cool. What else?
I think that's probably covered it, apart from there might be something behind me.
Yes.
That is giving you nightmares.
It is giving me nightmares, and I've made a decision.
Oh.
It's not for sale. I'm not selling it. We're going the other way. A really tall man has said to me at my track day, well, you can't put it together now. You've got to strip it and do the chassis. So I'm going to take the body off.
Was this Hans' body?
Yeah.
Yes.
A man of bright ideas.
So you're going to do what?
I'm going to take the body off. Yeah.
Should we just pan around and have a
Yeah.
I think it's quite obvious what we're talking about. There she is.
So I spoke to Dave. I did. And I said, obviously the engine's coming out. Oh, I can just feel the dread. So the engine's coming out anyway. So it's going to be stripped at the front, stripped at the back, right? And he's like, oh, take the dash out and take the windscreen out, and you could just lift the body off. Like it's that easy.
Simple.
So I think I'm going to lift the body off.
Okay.
I think I'm going to lift the body off, completely gut it, send the chassis, or do the repairs on the chassis, send the chassis away and get it powder coated. Or sandblasted and then powder coated. Because I know what's going to happen, and Hans is right. I'm going to put it all back together, and it's going to be like putting tits on a pig. Because I'm going to have spent a week de-rusting what I can see, and I'm still going to know that there's crap on it.
Yeah.
So
your OCD won't cope with that, mate.
No, and if you're spending the money, spend the money. Do you know what I mean? Like, if it's an extra week's worth of work to do it, then you may as well do it. This isn't going to be driving this year, so if I'm going to do it, I may as well do it. But then Dave was saying things like, you've got to modify the tunnel for the gear mod, for the gear selector mod, and then he's like, then you can run solid brake lines because it's got flexies on it, basically. Braided lines front to back, so you get a better pedal. So I think I'm going to do that. The rear suspension will go to Currans, or the rear arms will go to Pulls, and we'll get them done like the front. I'll get the engine out. The engine's going to turn into an engine build at least. The gearbox got to have a diff in it, and then like the new Aquablaster machine's going to turn up, and then I'm going to be like, oh, I'll do the gearbox casings. Yeah. So I'm going deeper.
Yeah. So it's going to put some time on it, but...
Yeah, so once Alan's car's done and the GT3 engine is finished and gone, I'm project free. The other guys have got stuff, but those jobs have consumed my life. Kate will tell you, I haven't been home for the last 10 days. I've literally, since Donington, I've been at work. Yeah. So we did a track day on Thursday. We did our track day on a Thursday. I went testing on a Friday. I raced Saturday, Sunday, and I've just lived here since. Because I probably shouldn't have taken the time off, but goes round in circles. So once that's gone and the GT3 McLaren engine's gone, I'm going to hit that. So Matt starts Tuesday. So he was a guy at our track day. So he's going to start as well. I'll let him get his feet under the table, but with me taking him on and him being ex-Ferrari and him being ex-track support for Ferrari, we're going to take the business in a direction that he's used to, which is we're going to try and do track support. Not try and do, we're going to do track support. Yeah. So I want to start looking after LMS, Ferrari Challenge, and GT3, GT4 cars. Not running race teams, that's not what we do, although I would love to run a race team. But looking after our customers on track days, because like we run our track day, mate, and it's faultless. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So if we have 2 free cars, say run at Silverstone, we can load the van up and go and look after them. So that's something I want to do with the business, or a little avenue I want to do. Matt's very experienced with doing that, and he'd obviously look after challenge cars post-event and pre-event. Mitch has got trackside experience as well, obviously with McLaren. And then I'm just like...
You can just swan around then and do the tube.
Yeah. So that'd be cool. So then that's the idea. The TTRS engine, that build's not going ahead. I'd like a swig of tea with it.
Do it.
The owners had some complications, so we've got to figure out what's going on, because obviously rods, pistons, everything's here for that. Because he'd obviously committed to it. So now we've got to sort something out there. Then we've just got a Murcielago engine to finish. I've got another McLaren engine coming in that Carl's got to strip and do. And then the V10 out the back. There's 2 V10s out the back with damaged engines. We've got to sort them. But that's the point of Carl now. Rather than being on day work, that's him. So once FBT's back together and gone, we'll drag the next one in and he can get on with that. So that's going to end up being my no-ball ramp for a little while longer.
Yes.
But I think I'll be quite happy when it's done, I think. So my plan is at the minute now, new fuel tank, because I'm getting a Fuel Lab QST system, which is a quick surge tank. So it drops in the top, quick service surge tank. I'm going to put a diff in it. I'm going to end up rebuilding the engine.
You're going full send?
Yeah, I will do. Like Dave's like, you need valve springs, so that's fine. But then if I'm stripping it, I may as well do it properly.
Yep.
So I'll cut the seats, probably bang a set of valves in it, because Ford valves should be pretty cheap. Bang a set of valves in it, and then I'll have a look and probably put a set of pistons and rods in it. So at least I know then if I want to turn it up. Turbos, I'll probably put a decent set of turbos on it. Something that can get me off the apex quick. It'll have custom exhaust, we'll throw that all away. So if anybody sees anything that they want, so right now what is going is the front discs and pads are going, the dampers all round are going, the wheels are going, the full exhaust is going. I've got a front and rear clamshell that's got damage, that's going. So if anybody's a Noble owner and wants them bits, give me a shout, because obviously if I can get a shot of them, then it's money back in to buy other stuff for project. So yeah, you'll be alright.
Sounds good.
I'm not buying another car for a while. I think.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah, we've got to get that Golf done so I can sell that. That's timing chain gone. So no, should be alright.
Mate, I think we caught up.
I think we have. We've got to fix the roof on the blue one. I think the hydraulic pump's gone. Jay's taking his RS3 today. I've ordered a load of bits for Black Lambo. Finally managed to get the software off Pectel for the Atom, so we can tune that on a dyno. Engine room looking pretty empty. And then I've been sorting the fairings out for Callum's bike. So it's Callum's birthday, start of July, and my fairings for my bike, because that's not my colour scheme. So we've had Josh Day from Deo Paint, the R1. He's a painter, so he does like all Motor Rapido's bikes at BSB. He does FS3 at BSB. So he's done my fairing and he's done Callum's as well. But he doesn't watch these videos, so I could show you. But I'll get his bike sorted ready for his birthday. He's got a little 50, so that should be quite cool. I think that's about it, mate.
Job done, mate. Right.
Job's jobbed.
Let's crack on. We've got another video dropping Friday.
We have. So hopefully our track day video comes out Friday.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what we do about the bike one. I think that'd be quite cool.
Yeah.
So Smash the buttons. Hope you like it. What did we say to make a comment on? We said something, didn't we? I can't remember.
I can't remember.
Put a comment in what I missed.
What did we miss?
Yeah.
Right.
And if I don't see it for a week, I'll see it for a window.
No, dude.